Hi, is this Hugh Grant?
Yes, it is.
This is Meg Tucker from Chum FM in Toronto, Canada. How are you?
Well, blimey, am I actually on air now?
You are not, so you are free to curse and swear like a sailor.
You bitch, Meg. I've always hated you.
You know, Hugh, I loved you until this moment, but it's over. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. It's this afternoon. I'm in Amsterdam, sunny Amsterdam.
Are you in a crazy cafe eating brownies?
I'm so out of my head.
Well, we only have a few minutes. We're so excited to talk to you. Want to talk about music and lyrics. You are hysterical as Alex Fletcher. What was it like playing that part?
Well, it was fun insofar as it was one of the best, funniest romantic comedy scripts I've ever come across. But also utterly terrifying in that I had to sing and dance and play the piano, and these are things I just don't do. So why I ever said yes to the part, I really don't know.
Well, I understand that the director only had you in mind. Now, did that put pressure on you to take it? Or you just...
Yes, it did. I mean, I love Mark Lawrence, who wrote it. I did 2 weeks' notice with him years ago. And for years after that, he kept calling me and saying, I've got this romantic comedy. It's about a man and a woman songwriting team. And I kept saying, well, Mark, there's no music in me. It's not for me. Thanks very much. And then one night I'd had a big dinner in London, and Mark was on the phone again, and he likes to go on for a long time. And this idea suddenly came up that maybe the man part of this romantic comedy should be an 80s pop star. Now, a sort of has-been 80s pop star. And I suddenly thought that was so funny and delicious that I found myself saying yes.
Now,
and then the next morning I woke up with a jolt and realized I can't sing.
I can't sing or dance. You literally had to learn to play. Now, you had a year piano, but you had to learn to play piano and sing and dance. What were rehearsals like for you?
Well, actually, to tell the truth, Meg, I quite enjoyed them. I get very stressed as an actor, and I get very worried about the acting, and to have something to take my mind off it was fantastic. And it was a sort of substitute worry. It was like worry beads, really, to just keep practicing the piano. And the only thing I didn't enjoy ever was the dance rehearsals. They put me in a studio downtown New York with the world's hippest man, who is the choreographer to all those girls, Brittany and Christina and all that. He's the kind of man who wears trousers that are hanging halfway down his legs. And there's me, a rather cross London 46-year-old, standing opposite him, and him saying, just go, just express yourself. And, I said, I have no self to express. What are you on about? And nothing ever good really came out of those rehearsals. He's a brilliant man. But in the end, I had to go back to the old standby of alcohol. When it comes to dancing, you've just got to drink.
So you won't be starring on Broadway in Chicago anytime soon?
Oh, please not.
Would you ever consider doing an album? Because this soundtrack, it's unbelievable. It's number 4 in Canada on the iTunes album chart. And 12 of the 12 songs, you sing most of them. Would you do an album, like a Hugh Grant album?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm very tickled by the fact that it's number 4 in Canada and I think number 1 in America.
Yeah.
And but no, I feel like it's cheating. I give full credit to the people who wrote those songs because they are fantastic songs, and full credit to the kind of circus trainers who trained me to sing a little bit. But really, it's all fraudulent, because you can sing quite badly, and the computer these days puts you back in tune and makes you sound fantastic. And so it really, in a way, it's an indictment of the music industry more than anything.
So Hugh Grant sings the holiday hits, not really in the future?
Well, I don't know. If I get desperate, I'll sing the holiday hits.
Tell us a little bit about working with Drew Barrymore. You guys are really kind of the king and queen of romantic comedies, and here you are put together. Was it fun working with her on set?
Well, it was nice for me. I think it was miserable for poor Drew, because I'm quite tense and gloomy on a film set, and she's very sunny and bright and full of energy and enthusiasm, and she brought me up a bit, and I think I dragged her down into my depths of despair. I made her cry twice. I don't think she's ever cried. She's too happy.
What did you do to make her cry?
I just got grumpy. I think I may have snapped at her a couple of times. Unforgivable.
Oh, now, when you're on set, because you're just so damn good at what you do, are you just so into the role that you kind of forget who you are? Like, what do you suppose makes you so nervous or grumpy?
Well, I tell you what it is. If you do a funny voice or, say, an imitation of Pierre Trudeau, he said, reaching for some Canadian politician desperately. And then you're at a dinner party and everyone says, oh, Meg's going to do her Pierre Trudeau now. And suddenly you don't really want to, and you're not as good as you were when you did it before. That's how it feels doing comedy on a film set. You just think, I was better before, I was better in rehearsal. That's what makes me tense.
What do you do to prepare for a role? I mean, I know you said you took singing and dancing. Do you have to sit with a script for a really long time before you commit it to memory?
Yeah, but the trouble is I'm like Barbara Streisand these days. I'm so interfering in the whole filmmaking process that I'm always sort of working with the writer or director, altering the script as well. So learning a script's a very difficult thing because nothing's ever written in stone. Mm-hmm. It's liable to change at the last moment.
And was it fun making the video? Because the video for what's the song, Pop Goes My Heart, which
the 80s video.
Yeah.
It was actually quite fun. The great thing about those 80s videos was that they were partly the band playing, and then they were partly these incredible acting out of the story of the song, and with the worst acting ever committed to celluloid. And it was great to be allowed to act as badly as I'd like to.
Any fashion choices that you would like to commit and bring back from the 80s? Something that you got attached to maybe on set?
The funny thing is when they first put me in those very tight pants and very high heels, I actually thought, not bad, Hugh. Quite a long leg. You're gazelle-like today. And so I secretly wouldn't mind if all that came back. Okay,
so you never know if we're in London or we happen to see you on the street, you might be sporting something a little 80-ish.
Well, yes, my pants are getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Well, we're not complaining. What's next for you, Hugh, after this movie?
Well, I've been pathetically trying to write a book for some years, and my next task is to try and finish it. That's what I'm going to do. What's
it about? Can you tell us one little snippet?
Well, I don't really want to, much as I love you, because I think that I'm going to try and publish it anonymously.
Oh.
Because it'd probably be very bad, and I don't want to get the flack for it being so bad. It's just something I have to get out of my system.
Well, we look forward to it. We'll never know who wrote it, that it was you, but but I look forward to reading it someday.
That's nice of you.
One quick question before we let you go. Is it true that in Britain you eat toast from a rack? Do you really toast it and then put it in that little rack that sits in the middle of your kitchen table?
It's essential to put it on a rack.
Why?
Because it keeps it crisp. If you lie it down and wrap it in a napkin, like in Canada, for instance, it goes soggy.
Okay.
And if I'm in a Canadian hotel, I'm afraid I write little notes to the management about this issue. To me, it's as cardinal a crime to lie your toast down as it is to make tea with the water hot rather than boiling.
Okay, and it doesn't cut the roof of your mouth? You're okay when it's dry and really hard?
No, I like it hard. The harder the better.
With that and a little proper editing, we are A-okay. It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks.
Your movie's fantastic, as always, and can't wait for the next one and the book.
That's very nice of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Hugh. Have a great day.
All right.
Bye-bye.